This bike, this is something else.
Okay guys, last but not least, KTM. Called the 1290, but got a 1300cc V-twin engine in it. WP suspension, which some people call white power, but it's actually Wim's Plinskilek or something. I can tell you this right now. First impressions are just 5 minutes on it. This is easily the most comfortable naked out there. It's more comfortable than the MT10. It's more comfortable than the Duke. Much more comfortable than the S1000, and much more comfortable than the Triumph Speed Triple R. Much more. The WP suspension is working a treat. It's got so much torque. You just leave it in third and fourth gear and it just pulls you along. I've got it in street at the moment. Haven't gone too far into it. I know a lot of people don't like angular bikes, but like I said to you guys already, I was raised on Transformers and stuff like that. So the fact that this headlight looks like an evil alien eye, and the fact that it's got all these sharp angles and the trellis frame, I even don't mind it in orange. I wouldn't normally pick a bike in orange, but this, it just looks so good, man. And the sound of that engine, absolutely sublime.
Very compliant and at the same time not wallowy. And it's just oodles and oodles of torque. Torque you don't even know what to do with. Jesus. Oh man. Oh my, no. No. Nothing can live with this. Nothing can live with this. No way. This will rip your arms off. I like this a lot. This engine. This is third gear. Very buzzy through the pegs and the bars at 7,000 RPM in third gear. You'd want to change up. The way the suspension works, I've got so much more confidence in this than I had in that triple yesterday. So much more. It is brutal, man. And the funny thing is, the wind protection is fine. The seating position is perfect. You're not too low. The bars are nice and short, and they come to you. You know, look, I mean, look at my elbows. They just rest on there. Oh, it feels so good. Wowzers. This is how I expected naked suspension to be the whole time. It's compliant at the same time as it gives you that feedback. Out of the bunch, you'll be surprised to learn, guys, this is the most comfortable. I'm 5'8". My feet are flat on the floor. Flat. My feet are flat on the floor. And this is how V-twin engines should be done, man. I mean, why is it that the Ducatis are so lumpy? Even with the DVT system, this is just so much better. The Beast is tame, if you want it to be. The Beast is tame. And it seems to have more versatility. The rest seem really focused. Like the Triumph, very focused on, you know, getting you there really fast, and hard suspension. The S1000 as well, very focused. What's happening here now? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. This don't look good, guys, man. This does not look good. Shit. I don't know what's going on, but there's a car in a hedge.
I'm gonna have to stop taping.
Really bad accident down there, guys. Really bad. Type of accident you don't really want to see, being on a 180 brake horsepower bike. I've had to do a few little bits of in-town stuff and some slow stuff like this, obviously, and just to say that it's the best bike for it. This bike. Okay, the cat in the room. It's 13 grand, and KTM reliability on this bike has not been up there at all. It's pretty scary, to be honest with you. The reliability of this bike. Airboxes going wrong. Fuel leaking out the engine. Coolant being ejected out of the engine. Lots of problems. There was a recall on this. There's also been a recall on the Super Adventure, and reliability wise I think it would worry me quite a bit. It's always something, guys. If it's not the fact that the bike hasn't got the character and, you know, that kind of stuff, then it's reliability, isn't it? It's always one or the other. I just love how the engine's got no V-twin chop to it at all. It's just got a lovely thrum. Really lovely, man. It's delicious. You know what I like about it? It's got a real laziness to it. Not lazy in terms of, you know, the bike feels sluggish, but lazy in terms of the speed I'm going. I don't feel like I have to work for it, and I do like that. I have to admit. This is the one, man. And I've just got it in street. I ain't even got it in the aggressive mode yet. What a machine! It's alive in your hands. This is the elasticity of this engine. This is a big V-twin. Look, no clutch. Right. Let's go right down low. Right. This is 10 miles an hour. This is 10 miles an hour. Look down there. Big V-twin. This is much more bike than most guys will probably be able to handle, but it doesn't have to be. So let me summarize while I'm here. People want to talk about best. Everything is subjective. So let me just say, if it was my money, I'll tell you who would be last. I know that I only tested the S variant, okay, but the Ducati Monster 1200S would be last. Reasons being the basics. If you are asking people to spend 13 grand on a bike, you are taking the piss if you do not have adjustable clutch levers, brake levers. But everyone takes the piss like that, so let's move on. How about a gear indicator? Oh, you don't have it. Oh, you don't need it. I hear you cry. Listen, it's unacceptable. It's just too choppy and too jerky, and very hot as well. That's the Ducati. Once you're up it and you're moving, oh yeah, it feels like nothing else on the planet. So if you want it for a Sunday blast, go ahead. If you're someone like me that needs possibly one, possibly two bikes, and you need them to do everything, the Ducati is not the one. So get that out of your head. Second to that, and the only reason it's second is because it's got slightly more creature comfort, such as it's got adjustable levers, a gear indicator, and a digital tacho that you can read. The Triumph 1050 Speed R. Should have probably tried the Speed S, because the Speed R suspension is too hard. Also, the actual ergonomics of the Speed R were the worst for me. The canting forward was just too much. So, yeah, the Triumph, you know, and once again with both bikes, you know, it's the little things. You're getting up there in price. Okay, the Triumph is 11. You can get the S1, the standard one, for 10. No cruise control. Too aggressive, I think. Too aggressive. I'm not even going to start talking about things like speed, because we're riding on the road. Next up, the S1000. Now, the S1000 has got a very, very good engine. Very good engine. I don't know what people are talking about when they say it's boring, but where it gets let down, I think, is it's supposed to be a naked, and it is so superbike in the way it goes about its operation. It is basically a superbike with wide bars in every sense, even down to the fact that the turning circle is like a superbike's, because they haven't changed the frame. Once you start ripping into that bike, the BMW S1000R with the quick shifter up and down, it is focus your mind time, because the suspension is not up to par in comfort, normal or hard. It's just not there. Maybe on a track, but on the road I just found, you know what, if this thing lets go, I am doomed. Whereas I don't feel that with the KTM at all. I feel that with the KTM I could just keep going, but not for me. It's got cruise control, got the electronic suspension, but it doesn't work. It is the worst electronic suspension I've ever felt, the S1000Rs. I'm still comfortable, guys. What is it? I'm coming up to 2 hours on this KTM. Still comfortable. Oh my gosh, it's mad. Where was I? That leads joint first. The reason I say joint first is because the MT10, it has just as characterful and playful an engine as KTM. It also scores points because got lots of torque. It's at a really nice price point, you know, one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest of the lot. Comes with a lot of goodies. Cruise control can be turned into a semi-tour. I'm not sure if I would really want to tour on a seat as hard as that, because it has got a hard seat and a tall seat, which is strange. The MT10 scores points for those reasons. Cruise control, it's very cheap, it's quite versatile, looks good, you know, it's got LEDs on there, front and rear, so you get all those little goodies. Makes a nice sound once you get up it, and it will make an even better sound with a Acro Aki on it or something else like that. And yeah, you won't be able to go wrong with that. Comfort seat might offer you more of what I want, and probably once you play with the suspension, it's there. Downsides are, you can tell it's kind of built to a budget. Some of the fit and finish, you know, some of the hoses that hang out, it has been built to a budget. At the same time, at the moment, the reliability of Yamaha, I think, is number one. No one's got a better reliability record. I think they're even better than Honda right now. So there's all these little things that are in your favor, and there's some minor niggles, okay? Plus it's more powerful on the track than the S1000R. The KTM now is like a mix between those who want all the technology and versatility and those who just want to go balls out, naked, crazy. It's got the most power of any of the bikes. Even though it's got the most power, it is the most usable of all the bikes. It's got the most room, the least cramped my legs have ever felt on a naked bike. I'll be honest with you, I've been on the bike, I got on here at 11, it's now 12:30, I've pretty much been riding non-stop, all different types of roads. I'm riding through town now, third gear, 20 odd miles an hour, and it's just comfortable. I feel no pain, no qualms, no shoulder aches, no wrist aches, nothing. Such a competent bike. Suspension is, one word, beautiful. This is the best suspension I've tasted. Tasted. This is the best suspension I've tested outside of an adventure bike, period. You can feel everything the rear wheel is doing. It's amazing. No cruise control. It's got rider modes: rain, sport and street. I'm in street. I suggest you leave it in street. I like the mix between being comfortable and still being able to push on. This bike is allowing me to do that. You're literally paying 13 grand for the engine and suspension, so you know, 6.5 grand for each. Other than that, the bike doesn't have much to it, but some people love that, man. It is just all about this engine for some people, and I get it, man, because when an engine is as versatile, it's so versatile, this engine. It's immense. That's all I can say. I want one so bad. If you want value for money and bang for your buck and something that's going to keep up with everything, MT10. If you're not concerned too much about the versatility and you are just after a naked brute that is so handsome to look at, So pretty. Handsome, pretty. What is it? Transgender? It's this, I'm afraid. It is brutal and calm and quiet and loud and raw and subtle. It's everything. Engine, it's manic. It's sports bike suspension with commuter compliability. It's ease of use with nerve shattering performance when you want it. It is everything. This is, for me, the Naked King.